Hey, what's up you guys? It's Lydia once again, and I'm here today to make another unedited video. This time I'm going to be talking about a question a subscriber had for me, which is what I do before an event to prepare for that event. If you have fibromyalgia, you know that we have unexpected flare-ups and we have unexpected bad days, and overall we have no control over it. And it's really hard to plan anything when you have fibro because you have no control over how your day is going to be tomorrow. But there are things that I do that help me overall manage this in the best way possible. And I'm going to talk about them right now. So these are things that I do that have worked for me, or that I have found that work for me over time. So I wanted to share them because maybe some of them could help you. So first and foremost, most of my friends, if not all of them, know that I have like a week notice rule. Basically, I want to know if possible. Of course, not every single time is going to be possible, but as much as it can be possible, I want to know at least a week in advance about any upcoming event, birthday, wedding, etc. With weddings, I don't have much of a problem because you usually know at least with 1 month in advance, at the very least. But you know with months in advance, so that's okay. But with any other event as well, I want to know with at least a week in advance notice. So when I'm told about an event a week in advance, I already start planning out my entire week around that event. And I try to move things that can exert too much energy out of me, or can make me extremely tired, or just overall make me really exhausted. I try to move them for the week after, or or days after the event has passed, if possible. And if that's not possible, then I'll try to do it as quickly as I can so that I can have more days in the week before the event to, get back to my normal self. So if I'm gonna have a bad day, let it be at the beginning of the week before the event rather than closer to the event, if that makes sense. So I do that. I try to space out any responsibilities that I have. If I have to go pay for something, or I have to go to the supermarket, I will do I'll pay one day this thing. The next day I'm gonna go to the supermarket. And I try to do these things at a time where it isn't too early in the morning, because in the morning for us is horrible. At least for me, that's my experience. When I wake up in the morning, it's just overall not the best. And so I'll try to make it for the afternoon, but I will make it for it to be close to after my lunch or early in the afternoon rather than later, because at the end of the afternoon, that's when everybody is going out of their work and everything, and traffic is horrible, and that involves more stress and things like that. So I try to avoid that at all costs if possible, again. What else? I try to avoid large crowds or very loud music at all costs, because we're overly stimulated individuals. If you have fibromyalgia, your body is overly stimulated. And if you put loud music and you're in a place where it's super crowded all the time and where it's super loud, all those things influence badly into the symptoms in fibro. You might not feel it right away, but you will feel it eventually in a couple days with a flare-up, or the day after even. And those things really do affect. So I try to keep as peaceful and as quiet as I possibly can. If you're putting loud music in your car, lower it down for the week before, and try to chill a little bit, or as much as you can. Um, what else? Uh, so yeah, I tried to divide the responsibilities throughout the week and do it in batches, and overall not overly exert myself. I try to, if I'm going to exercise, I do it very, very lightly, only with walking and maybe some yoga or something. But overall, I will try my best not to do any hard exercise or carry anything like too heavy or anything like that. That's something that applies for always, but like the week before an event, I will make it like 100% priority for that not to happen, so that I'll have the best chance possible to have a good day on the day of the event. So, what else? Oh, yeah. So, I also take Epsom salt baths, and that just overall relaxes your muscles and makes you just your pain level go down quite significantly. So I try to do that every single day in the morning and in the afternoon prior to the event. So, and I'll do this at least with 3 days. Yeah, 3 days prior to the event, I will be taking like Epsom baths every single day. If not once, I'll take it twice a day if I can, but at least once a day I'll do it. That's something that I reserve mostly for days where I have like flare ups, or I'm having a really bad day, or my pain is like unbearable. But 3 days prior to the event, I'll do it consecutively every single day, because it just helps with circulation and overall, it just makes it more likely that you're going to have a better day for the day of the event. And on the day of the event, I will take 2 Epsom baths, like one in the morning where you know that you're feeling terrible and everything hurts, and one in the afternoon, just to prepare for the event. Of course, we're assuming that the event is at night, but for me, most events are at night. Um, if it happens to be in the morning, then I have to wake up earlier than I would on other days, and I will have to go to bed earlier than I would in any other particular day. If it's something that I have to be up by like 10, then I will go to bed like at 8 or 9. And I will take a bath, like an Epsom bath, before I go to bed. And I'll wake up, I think, around 6 or 7 at the latest if the event is at 10, so that I can take a 30-minute bath, warm bath of Epsom salt, and be able to take my time, like changing and going back to bed if I need to for a couple more minutes, and all of that before the event. I also use essential oils, and that's just to help with being able to relax a little bit better. And you can read a little bit more on essential oils, but they help like so much. At least in my case, they have. And I use lavender essential oil, for example, to relax at night. I put it in my pillow, and just with a small amount, it really makes a big difference with just your overall state. It just helps you like calm down and relax and be able to have a better quality of sleep if you're able to get some sleep. So basically, that's the the things that I do to help with having the best day possible before an event or the day of the event, so I can enjoy myself to the maximum of my ability on that specific day. And with diet, I also try to just overall pay attention to the things that I eat. I try to not have any like cheat days or anything on the week before the event. Like I won't have any processed sugar or like gluten or anything like that, like 100% without any of that. Just because I don't know if you know about like my diet like update, but I just feel better without sugar in my body, and even with carbs, like just my body doesn't process them very well. So what I do is that the week before, I will follow like an all protein and vegetable diet, lots of soups, to get more vegetables in, and just be more strict in that sense for the week before and prior, because sugar overall makes me flare up. So if I take it out completely for that week, it's just less likely that I will have a flare up. So those are things that I basically do, and I really hope that they help you in some way, or that you find some relief through them if you try them. These are things that I do, like when I have a flare up and when I'm having pain. Those are things that I particularly enjoy and find that they give me relief. So basically, those are the same things that I followed through on the days prior to the event, to make sure that I'm going to have the best day possible. So yeah, I think that's basically it. I hope I answered your question, fellow subscriber that wrote to me, specifically to talk about this subject. And if you have any other questions, please leave them down below. I also wanted to tell you guys that I have a personal, well, a YouTube email where you could, message me personally. It's myfibrostory7@gmail.com. I'm gonna leave it down below, because I know sometimes you want to ask things and maybe you don't want anyone to see them because they're private things. And I think it's important to just have a one-on-one communication. I sometimes take a little bit to reply back, but during the week, you'll have a response. And yeah, overall, I just want you guys to know that you're not alone, and that we all have bad days, and we all have responsibilities, and we all feel like sometimes it's too much for us, but you can do it. You're really strong, and I believe in you. So love you guys. Bye.